You can never be integral. It's a bold statement, but it applies to me as well. And it applies on two different levels. On the absolute level, since you are not your mind, since you're not your thoughts, since who you are is not an awareness of the states, but all the different states and stages and perspectives and beings from a non-dual perspective, you can't be integral because you're beyond integral. You're integral and non-integral. You are paradox. But also, I think because those of us who are raised, and I think it's most people, raised with conditional approval, what you see often is that integral is practiced from a blue level. For example, people very commonly talk about how spiral dynamics means that you can never skip a stage. And yet, if you look at other examples of smaller cultures, for example, in Hawaii, the belief in Lono, they skip right to non-dual. Not that integral is non-dual, but I'm just saying that the theory doesn't encompass everything. But people want it to encompass everything. They want an explanation. They want a roadmap. And roadmaps are helpful, but then you have to throw the map away once you get there. Otherwise, you're not going to ever see the territory. We're going to mistake the map for the territory. But I want to relate this to unschooling, because what happens is when we are going to school with grades and conditional approval of our parents and our teachers and other kids, we are driven to get attached to our ideas as if they are who we are. And we can get excited by those ideas because we know that they can win us approval or superiority or safety or self-worth. And so that's why you see people who are just rambling on about integral or spiral dynamics, or even unschooling for that matter, completely disconnected from themselves. So what I'm saying is, if we have unschooling and we allow the child to grow up, or we can cultivate it in ourselves if you don't have children and you're just trying to do it for yourself, a state of not agreeing or disagreeing with any thought. Ramana Maharshi talked about inquiry and then the path of surrender, or resting as awareness, as Adyashanti likes to say. So the inquiry, who am I? What is happening? What is true? These thoughts arise, we don't need to agree or disagree with them. This is fundamentally what integral is, to me at least, in that each of these stages we are rejecting the prior stage, right? So I don't have to go into it, but basically blue rejects the might is right, to say right is right. And then the yang force of orange rejects blue and says, I'm going to be an individual, I'm going to be capitalist, I'm going to distinguish myself in the realm of science and not be just a slave to whatever this communal religion is. And then green rejected that kind of pollution, capitalism gone wild, to be more communal again. So each stage was rejecting the prior stage. Integral, I believe, is a way to stop all that. Is a way to say, all these things are arising in us and loving everything. Whether it goes beyond integral, I don't know. I just don't think we really should be talking about it right now until we've really embodied integral. And so for kids in homeschooling, or rather I should say unschooling, which is a subdivision of homeschooling where there's no curriculum, they are going to be poised perhaps to be more accepting of different people, of dropping paradigms, of not getting stuck in the map, not getting stuck in preconceptions, not getting stuck in needing to have the right answer, not even needing to have an answer. The more free-flowing state is more natural and more related to the way the universe actually is. That's all I had to say about integral unschooling and how you can never be